dense, enchanted jungle with towering ancient trees covered in moss and glowing blue fireflies floating in the air. A small boy, around 6 years old, with messy dark hair, wearing a simple, slightly torn beige shirt and brown shorts, stands in the middle of a narrow jungle path. His eyes are wide with fear and wonder as he looks around, lost. The scene is bathed in a soft golden light filtering through the thick canopy. Nearby, a small white rabbit with golden eyes emerges from the bushes, its ears perked up as if ready to speak. The atmosphere feels mystical, with tiny glowing spores floating around, and the sound of rustling leaves in the
In
background.
the heart of the magical jungle, where time seemed to slow and the air hummed with a quiet, ancient magic, stood an enormous tree, one that had witnessed centuries of whispered secrets and untold stories. Its trunk was impossibly wide, its bark rugged and layered like the folds of an elder's skin. Twisted branches stretched high into the sky, forming a dense canopy that barely allowed the soft silver moonlight to trickle through. Glowing runes, etched deep into the bark, pulsed faintly, their light shifting as if they breathed in harmony with the jungle itself. Vines thick as ropes coiled around its limbs, draping down like the tresses of an old sage, adorned with delicate bioluminescent flowers that slowly opened and closed, as if inhaling the very essence of the night. High upon one of the thickest branches, a majestic brown owl sat, its golden eyes gleaming like twin embers in the darkness. Its feathers, a rich blend of umber and chestnut with flecks of gold, ruffled slightly as a breeze passed through the jungle. Every part of the owl exuded wisdom, its sharp, curved beak, its steady, knowing gaze. The way it barely moved except for the occasional blink, as if it had already seen everything that would unfold. Below, standing on the soft jungle earth, were two small figures illuminated by the faint glows of enchanted plants. Ayan, a small boy no older than 6, stood with wide eyes filled with a mixture of awe and apprehension. His dark, messy hair framed his round face, which bore streaks of dirt from his long journey. His bare feet shifted slightly in the cool soil, and his small hands curled unconsciously at his sides. Though young, he felt the weight of something significant in the air, something ancient, something powerful. Beside him, perched on his hind legs, was Nib, the enchanted white rabbit. Unlike Ian, Nib showed no fear. His soft, snowy fur glowed faintly in the dim light, and his long ears twitched ever so slightly, as if they could pick up even the quietest whispers of the jungle. His golden eyes, much like the owl's, held an uncanny intelligence that set him apart from ordinary creatures. He was still, yet every fiber of his being seemed alert, waiting for the moment the great owl would speak. A playful yet eerie jungle clearing, with hanging vines, large banana trees, and a soft mist covering the ground. A group of mischievous monkeys with expressive faces swing between the trees, their fur in shades of brown and golden hues. The monkey leader, a grinning creature with a red scarf, sits on a low-hanging branch, tossing glowing, colorful fruits onto the ground in front of a small, nervous-looking boy, Ian. The enchanted white rabbit, Nib, stands beside the boy, whispering encouragement. The scene is vibrant, with lively details like flickering, lantern-like mushrooms, scattered fruit peels, and the monkey's playful yet cunning expressions. The jungle in the background feels alive, with deep shadows and warm golden highlights from the sunlight breaking through the trees. A mystical river flowing through the enchanted jungle, its water glowing softly with blue and turquoise hues. Mist rises from the surface, creating an ethereal atmosphere. In the center of the river, a colossal ancient turtle with a moss-covered shell and glowing golden eyes emerges from the water. The turtle's expression is wise and kind, as if testing the boy's heart. On the riverbank, the small boy, Ayan, and the enchanted white rabbit, Nib, stand together, gazing in awe at the guardian. The background consists of lush jungle greenery, with bioluminescent flowers blooming along the river's edge. The scene feels magical and serene, with ripples spreading across the water as the turtle speaks. The edge of the enchanted jungle, where the dense trees open up to reveal a small village in the distance, glowing warmly under a golden sunset. The sky is painted in soft pink and orange hues, with fireflies twinkling in the air. The small boy, Ayan, stands at the edge of the jungle, his eyes filled with joy and relief as he gazes toward home. Beside him, the enchanted white rabbit, Nib, looks up at him with a bittersweet smile, preparing to disappear into the shadows. As Nib begins to fade, its golden eyes shine softly one last time. The jungle behind them still feels alive, with mysterious glowing plants and shadows that hint at the magic hidden within. The scene has a warm, nostalgic feeling, marking the end of an unforgettable adventure. A gentle breeze rustles through the leaves, carrying the distant sounds of laughter and the comforting scent of home-cooked meals from the village.